Okay, hello everybody. So this is the explanation of my latest project in the main stack. It is going to be the simple thing, right? It is done by the main stack. This is my GitHub repo, and it's a public link which I hosted it on the Vercel. We have Vercel here. The thing here is. Actually, I didn't have the authentication and authorization options in my website because I didn't learn it on the min stack yet now. But I'm going to. The next process is going to be that stuff only. And here I'm going to create one task like buy grocery something. Okay, and description you need you can give, otherwise you don't have to. It's not a required thing to give to submit this form. So after I click the add task, you can see this is coming under the not started because it defaultly have the not started tag of category. Then if it's in progress, mostly buying grocery is not in the progress. After we went and buy grocery, then only we will be going to directly click on completed. So I click on completed now. What will happen, you can see it changed the category to completed, and you can notice that the not started will replace the as same as I'm going to create one thing, connect like MongoDB into task manager. Let's create this thing. So I created this task and I'm working today. For example, I'm working today, so I put it on in progress, and also tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Afterwards, I click yep, I completed it. I connected and also I done all the querying stuff, right? So I click completed afterwards. So this is a simple workflow of my task manager, and I'm going to go over my GitHub repository which I used. I give those kind of points. I usually use ChatGPT and AI for writing and grammatical purposes. So in that kind, I use ChatGPT for making a documentations, right? So I given my points and I write a common. I have 3 documentations here. One is for the whole application, it's common, and one is for about API, and other one is for about the React app. So this is that. You all can see that this to-do application in the main stack, and I have a little GIF here. It's going to be on just simply overlooks of that. And I have how my app folders are structured here, and I have simple futures here. MongoDB database and Node.js and futures and the things and technologies which I used, and I click. And here's the simple as usual setuping part, right? Here we have the setuping part, of normal MongoDB normal MERN stack application here, and it takes over us to the API documentation and front end of that too. So first we will go to the API documentations. Here I have about the endpoints and stuff and all. What are the endpoints I have to set up this thing, and what are the endpoints, or what are the response you get. I use the RESTful API methods here because then only it would be the nicer response and requests we can get through this. So I did that for a purpose, and I didn't have the authentication purposes because I want to learn OAuth in the next part. I did sign up and sign in the PHP. You can all see in the interface of a project, which is previous post about that. I have post about that, and also I have the repository too. It is completely PHP, and I use the MVC. It is a model view control architecture. That architecture is created by me itself. So you can see IoT interfaces here. Here I use the authorization and authentication completely over here. It's a PHP project. It's a little bit of big code base here, and you can see I have that authentication and authorization in this user class. Yes, login function, sign up function, and then I have the authenticate and authorize in separate way. Each and every time users login, it's go and check the session and do its job. You know what I'm saying? So that's a simple thing, but I didn't learn it in a MERN stack. It's also simple, but I basically don't know how to implement the OAuth, you know. So I want to learn it using MERN stack. Then I will be start to implement on MERN stack as well as the PHP projects. So that's my goal to next to learn. First of all, it's basically my college workshop. Yeah, college conducted MERN stack full stack workshop past week. So I just they told us to complete one project, to complete that workshop. It's not a kind of workshop, it's kind of course itself. It's have a whole bunch of thoughts and things of my faculties in that. And so I thought to make this, and they give us the task also, do a task management with the category itself, categorical value of this MERN stack app. So I use the CRUD operations and also the backend for Express, Node, and MongoDB, and frontend for the React. So for that I fulfill that purpose also. So I want to learn about these JavaScript OAuth authentications more, and also the specific part of concepts of OAuth to do that authentication and authorization part. This simple explanation overview. You can see I have a clear explanation of how you get the response of my endpoints, each and every endpoint. So that's why I liked about this part. I usually saw a lot of documentation and read and learn a lot of documentations, but I didn't have the opportunity to write one myself. So I take this as an opportunity to do that, to clearly write my things. I didn't create an MIT license, and I want to do that to make this as a project. And also after I done the authentication, learning of OAuth authentication, I have to implement it here to the users. They have to build a lot of things, right? So this are the simple thing, and you want to go to the so I didn't link that front end link here, that is front end documentation. So here I have, you can see here I use the Tailwind for CSS. It's not included in that CSS course. I learned it by YouTube and documentations. And also the Tailwind CSS is influenced by one brother. He is in my village. He is a software developer at one company. So we collaborated in one beautiful project, but we didn't complete it yet. And it's also personal side, so that after I wholly complete only, we can able to post that. But he introduced me with this Tailwind. Also beforehand I didn't have any idea about React, Tailwind and stuff and all. I started learning Next.js. So through that I've learned a little bit about React.js and Tailwind to cooperate with the Next.js. And Next.js has a great course on how to build applications. I have a repository to do how the things of the dashboard control, the Next.js dashboard app. I follow that course and build that application, so I post it on my GitHub too. So this is simple, and how to set up stuff, and what are the folder structure, and how to run, and how to use. They can able to learn by go and visit my websites, but still it's a complete documentation which I just told the futures and how I wrote this documentation, I need to completely open up with here. I tell the futures and what are the things technology I used here, and how it can be used. These three things I give us an input and prompt as a prompt to ChatGPT, and tell ChatGPT to do the right. I need this whole section, how to set up, and what are the things they can able to make use of it through this project, and I need the folder structure and stuff and all, and it clearly make that readme file for me. So I use AI for this, making simple applications. Like if we need to type means it takes too much of that, right? So we can able to replace that job now here. So that's all about that. And I have this one. Yep, I have my portfolio too here. And what is my portfolio? It was amazing project. It's a plain project, which is can view live version of portfolio. Okay, this is my portfolio, and recently I came across one problem, which is I built it using basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I used only one library called JavaScript Motion. I think I didn't aware of it because it's around 1.5 years back. That's the thing. It's doing this magic of going up and down and floating and all. Yeah, so I came across one problem, and this skill were increased now. I have a min stack in my skills now. I have idea of building an application with the min stack, but I can't able to add it because of that. I need to hard code. So I came across this problem, so I added one simple button here. So this is this is the website. It didn't completely coded by me. I just take this project from GitHub to make show my portfolio outside to the world. So that's why I used it's one person. I forgot him, but I spoke it. So I have the definitely I have his page also. I forked it from them, and I connected my GitHub APIs. So it took all of my GitHub projects here, and you can see how beautifully whatever the projects I do locally and push it to the GitHub, it also appears in my portfolio. So now I upgraded to this, and also I have the resume here, and also contact details, social medias, and tech stack. And I only have to edit only JSON file. It's going to do all the magic itself. Just JSON file to add these all skills and experience and certifications. I need to change this present because I completed it on December itself, so I have to make it to December 2024. And certification, which is when I learned React, I was so excited, and React was feel like it's awesome, and we can do a lot of things in the front end. So I go to the hacker rank and do my stuff, right? Do these exams, and then I got it on the first time because I learned freshly of the React. So the biggest thing is after we lose the touch of a React for any technology, one month to 1.5 months, I literally gone by erased in our mind. Why is that means because we didn't have the continuous practice, right? So I have the exams this 1 month. I lost touch. Again, this workshop helps me a lot to overcome that, and I done that project with that. But lot of reading, go back to the documentation and Stack Overflow stuff to do this project, and ChatGPT too. I stuck in one problem. I was so sorry, shame to tell this. Stuck at one big problem, which is that it is I missed I typo. It's a typo mistake, you know. It's the syntax is like rest dot send, but I put t in between rest dot send. I said that error. Oh, I called that API, hitting the API was never coming good response, and I go back to code. I read the code again and again. It never. Didn't feel like any problems at all. Finally, I used VS Code to find it. Not a VS Code. I use AI, ChatGPT to find it. I use that most of the time to debug stuff. Without that, I still can't able to make this website itself, because that T was. Why is that typo mistake is not shown for me? Means I use Vim. I use Vim as a NeoVim as a text editor, so that's a problem. That's one of the side effects of that thing, and also mainly it detects the language, but it didn't detect the libraries, methods, and objects and all. So that's a problem. It has the LSP of JavaScript. I has to. It did the good job in that stuff, but it didn't make that of library. It's that press.send was from the Express.js. It didn't detect it. And if you guys anyone knows about how to add the LSP of MERN stack, I'm surely open to do that. But I'm a Vim user now. I like that only the keyboard stuff. So that's it, everybody. And I think it's been around 16 minutes of talk, and you guys might have been a lot of a talk. It's not my thing is I love talking. I just love talking and explaining my things to others. For me, technically, no one at home, right? We can't able. I always used to go and talk with my mom. But the thing here is, she is so supportive for me and explain great things to me. Sorry, a lot of bad part this year. Let's go by this year. My mom is usually a good listener of mine. She did a great job in that too. That's it. She listened and I only explained, but finally I don't know nothing about it. But I used to record this so I can experiment myself of speaking in public, and also now I'm talking and seeing monitor and talking to you. It's bad. Sorry for that. And see guys, just about this new project which I get. Just explanations. I know we all our hands are in the short spanning because of the reels and the stuff and all. We can't have the time to hear it well, So still, I make the big videos, and I used to watch a long type of videos and podcasts and all. So that's no problem for me. I know people like me is also there, so I make things for them. So see you guys, and we will meet soon with another exciting notes of learning the what. I do a live stream on a YouTube, and I'm soon going to move on to the soon I'm going to move on to Discord and stuff. But I don't know stream. I don't know the applications which are using the streaming. I think Twitch. I need to move on to that. Then I'll be do a 2 or 3 hours and sometime 8 hours of live learning myself, because I have the commitment to do one thing. I sit and do that stuff, right? So that I'm doing that. I'm going to do that. So God allow me to do it, right? So thank God for this opportunity. So see you guys in the next one in the LinkedIn. I think I'm going to post it on